Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the last 1 hour of trade at Market Today. I am Shail Bhatnagar. Let's first look at the Nifty. In a sideways band after the gap down of about 310 points, the Nifty has staged a minor recovery from the intraday low of about a loss of 320 points, now down 245 at about 23,950. The Nifty Bank is down 573 points. 565 points down on the IT index, and the NSE 500 has slipped 200 points lower. Across the board, the selling pressure came in from the morning itself, but sensible stocks, especially in the IT and the pharma space, are showing signs of revival as the rupee hits an all-time low, and of course, these export-oriented sectors get a fresh lease of life. Joining us today on the show is Ms. Swati Hotkar, AVP Technical Research at Nirmal Bang Securities. Namaste Swati ji, and a very warm welcome to you, ma'am. How do you see this sharp fall that has come on the Nifty, but the index has somehow managed to salvage 23,900 for today at least? What are the chances that we will see 24,500 soon? Has Santa disappeared from Indian markets?
First of all, good afternoon, Shelji. Definitely, my view is a little bit cautious. No wonder today Nifty has almost touched the feet of 200 DMA, which comes to nearby 23,820. And today we have seen that the Nifty managed to maintain a very good support of around 23,870 levels. And from there onwards, we have witnessed some bounce back rally. But I believe this bounce back rally is likely to be a short lived, because on a longer term horizon, you can see that on a weekly chart in the month of the October itself, the Nifty has confirmed the negative divergence when the Nifty was trading at around 25,200 levels. At that levels only, we have created a short positions because of a negative divergence. And if it's Nifty manages to give the breakdown of 23,800 levels, then I believe more 800 points corrections can be witnessed into the market, which might take a Nifty towards 23,000 levels on the downside. So my view is a little bit cautious. Yes, center rallies, positive rally can be seen on the higher sides only if its Nifty manages to give the breakout of a 24,400 or 500. That is acting as a very strong resistance level from the last few trading sessions. So the overall view on the Nifty or say the indices is really cautious at the current levels, but definitely stocks are really doing very well, as you mentioned out. Ki pharma and the IT stocks are really doing very well. So try to concentrate and pick the quality counters, but play or invest with a proper trailing stop losses. That will be my suggestion to all the investors and the traders. And if any market dips towards to 23,000 or so level, definitely one should grab that opportunity to build up the long term positions into their portfolios. So as of now, my view is a bit cautious. Just stay on a light on the long positions. Wait for an opportunity on every deep side such.
Okay, that's the view that is coming in on the broader view as far as the markets are concerned. Swati ji, within the pharma and in the IT pack, are there stocks that catch your attention? Look at how persistent has moved. Emphasis. Look at the buying that is happening in mass tech, as also Dr. Reddy's, Lupin, mid-cap pharma is also in great shape. Within these two sectors, would you have any favorites?
Sure. My favorite counter is Wipro from the IT pack. From the last few trading session, I'm continuously giving a buy call on every channel as such, because the weekly chart suggested that this counter has just given the formation of a rounding bottom. Also, you can say on the monthly chart, some sort of a cup and handle formation has been completed, and the stock has given a very strong breakout of a 280 levels on the closing basis with a decent volume. Now, I believe that the such kind of a rally is likely to be extended towards to 360 to 370 levels on the higher side. So those who are looking to take a fresh long positions into the IT pack, Wipro really looks good. Already the stock has given a very good amount of 30-40 points up more rally after the breakout. So at least invest 20-30% at the current market price. If you're getting any dips towards to 270, 280 levels, you can add on. I'm looking for a target of 370 and so. And for the pharma, from the pharma pack, Lupin really looks good, looks very strong on the technical front. Even we have given a buy call on this particular stock in yesterday also. Why I'm suggesting this particular buy call, because on the daily chart, you can see that the stock is on the verge of giving the breakout of a downward sloping trend line. Also, the interesting fact that it is trading above all the important moving averages. I believe the stock has a potential to reach up to 2250 to 2300 levels on the higher side, whereas on the downside, it has formed a very crucial support levels nearby 2100 or 20,080. So that is acting as a very strong support level in this particular counter. So one can go look for a long position into the Lupin as well at the current market price. So those are the two counters I'm really looking on a bullish side as such.
Right. Swatiji, please allow me a minute. I'll detour into the markets and just come back with you. The top traded counter, ladies and gentlemen, in NSE 500 is KNS Technologies. 7,220, 1.7% higher. 1,850 crores worth of shares of KNS have been traded. The reason why I mentioned this as the top traded is because today we have a sharp cut on the Nifty, but the volumes are not there because the index opened gap down. So Reliance has traded 1366 crores, HDFC Bank has traded 1755 crores, ICICI Bank has traded 1105 crores. In terms of newly listed stocks, there is no stopping MobiKwik. It is the top traded counter on the National Stock Exchange. 2,184 crores worth of transactions that have happened. Apart from that, Dr. Reddy's 4% higher, 1326. K Fintech 6.5% higher, 1414. The advanced decline ratios in the market are fairly robust in favor of bulls. 1690 stocks are in the red versus 700 that are in the green. Remember, the early morning number on number of green shares was just 165. From there, we have almost touched 700. That itself is a very big relief. Swatiji, a very quick view if you can give on K Fintech.
In fintech, definitely the chart looks very positive on the larger degree, say on the weekly or the monthly chart. It's trading in the upward rising channel and just heading towards the all-time high levels. We have seen a today new high, and I believe that this rally is likely to be extended towards at least 1500 and so levels. So up to that level, one can definitely hold on the long positions. Downside, it has a very good support for a short-term period. The support is at around 1300 levels. So as long as the particular counter holds 1300 levels, I believe one should hold the long positions for the immediate target of 1500.
Okay, fair point. 1500 on K Fintech. I'll also point out the record highs that are in the market today within the NSE 500, and these are usual names that we discuss on a daily basis. K Fintech, of course, from the pharma sector, Mankind Pharma 2900, 3.5% higher. Mankind Pharma just did a QIP of 3000 crore rupees. A new set of investors has come in, and the stock at a record high. From the IT stable, every single day or at least 2 or 3 times a week we see Coforge and Persistent. Strong fresh peaks coming in here. In the hotel space, Lemon Tree and Indian Hotels, and of course BSE. One more important data that I would like to mark as far as markets are concerned is volume buzzers and how strongly you see momentum coming in select counters, not many but few. K Fintech we've discussed. Chennai Petro 5% higher at 604. A lot of energy stocks are moving today. Look at the 3 oil marketing refineries, HPCL, PPCL, IOC, Chennai Petroleum as well. Swati, any favorites that you have between HPCL and BPCL?
If we look towards this particular counter, no wonder the counter has given a very good amount of a rally on the today's intraday charts. But as of now, it is just very consolidating it within the range of 400 or 420. On the HPCL, if it gives the breakout of 420 levels, then we can see some positive momentums. Already the counter has given a 50 points rally from 350 to 420 levels, and I believe we might witness some sort of a profit bookings at the current levels. So not to create any long position, but those who are having, they can maintain it by keeping a strict stop loss of 385 levels provided by its 20 days moving average. This rally can be extended up to 420, and above that level 440 levels can be seen. So the view is positive for a short term period of time on HPCL.
Fair point. And remember, HPCL and BPCL both are trading at very juicy valuations compared with the recent all-time highs that we've seen on the stock. Both of them also gave a bonus in the past 6 months and have been very investor friendly when it also comes to dividend payouts. What are the moves that are coming in this space? Look at Oracle Financial Services, almost 2% higher. Look at the move that is coming into sugar stocks. Mavana Sugar is at its day's high, and there is a lot of sweetness that is coming into this space. Banari Amman Sugars is the top performer, 3,732. Dwarikesh is up 2.1%. Sri Renuka Sugars adding 2 percentage points. Vishwaraj, Magad Sugar, Mavana Sugar, Awadh Sugar, all of them up between 1.6 and 1.8%. This is what's happening in the sugar space. In terms of, should we check circuits? This is an interesting thought in a time when markets are completely, how should I say, in a funk. There are a lot of stocks that are hitting record highs. MobiKwik, yesterday's listing, now up 5.6%, 557. The stock had gone above 600 rupees in the first 1 or 2 minutes of trade. We've discussed BSC and K Fintech, Coforge and Persistent, but Bajaj Healthcare, this is a newly minted record high, 591. Blue Jet, something that was discussed by Mr. Arun Kejriwal, our guest yesterday, a fresh record high. You have Blue Jet at 584. Then stocks such as Sharda Cropchem, Sunflag Iron, Artemis Medical. These are the names that I would like to take on air as far as fresh record highs are concerned in the market within the National Stock Exchange. Swati, any favorites between Reliance and L&T?
Definitely, I will go for L&T. This particular counter really looks very positive on the fundamental as well as on the technical front. No wonder after the budget, we are likely to witness some sort of a good momentum into this particular sectors. Now, on the technical front, already we have seen a very good rally. On the monthly chart, the stock is under the consolidation phase. Interesting fact, it is forming a flat pattern. It's as of now sideways momentum. The body is getting formed. I believe that once the stock manages to give a breakout of 3,800 levels on the closing basis, we are likely to see the major up move rally in this particular stock, which might take a counter towards to 4,000, 4,200 on higher levels. So if you're getting any dips towards to 200 levels, say 3,600 levels or 3,500 levels, definitely one should grab that opportunity to take a long position into their portfolio on L&T side. I'm looking for a target of 4,000, 4,200 in the coming few months.
Correct. And Lupin is something that Swati had highlighted in the early part of trade. This is doing super well now, 3.1% higher, 2164. Let's again revisit the Lupin chart. This was a stock that held great promise in the early 2000 to 2008 when the stock multiplied many times. And now over the last 4 months, it's been in a sideways band. The high on Lupin is 2285. We had seen it somewhere in December. And given the thrust of a weakening rupee and the fact that the market has shifted into a defensive move, we see a very strong rally coming into Lupin. Kajaria Ceramics, a stock that we don't discuss often, is at its day's high, 1153. There is continued weakness in the auto space. Look at how Escorts is moving, 2.5% lower at Escorts is at 3280. This is perhaps the top loser in the F&O space within the auto segment. Tata Motors is down 1.6%, 745. Profit booking happening in M&M, down 1.1%. Apollo Tyres slips 0.3%, and you have only Eicher and Bajaj Auto and Hero Motors that are modestly in the green. That itself is a very big plus. Swati, what according to you is the strongest chart in the auto space?
The auto space as of now, there is nothing major formation on the technical front as of now. If we look towards the risk reward ratio, I believe Bajaj Auto looks really good on the technical front. It will be act as a bottom fishing because the counter has formed a cluster support at around 8740 levels. That support level has been again revisited when it has formed in the month of the July 2024. So I believe that multiple bottoms, double bottoms has been formed. So by keeping that strict stop loss or bottom fishing strategy can be applied, a short-term pullback rally can be seen up to 9,500 and 10,000 levels. So for those who want to just chase that rally, definitely one can go for a long positions at the current market price or any dips towards to 8,600, and so one can add on by keeping a strict stop loss of 8,700 on a downside. You can go along. Immediate target will be a 9,500, and beyond that 10,400 levels can be seen. So looking towards the risk reward ratio and the multiple bottom patterns, I believe ki Bajaj Auto really looks good on a positive side on the technical front.
Okay, Sun Pharma is also in top shape today. You have the counter at 1824, 1.3% higher. Ambuja Cement is also at day's high, 562.25, although still in the red. Ireda, 206.60, in the green now, up 0.1%. Let me just tell you some interesting data on these counters which are now in thick trade. Let's look at Ireda. The reason why I mentioned this is that these are counters which will rise in sync with as the budget approaches. I want to know the intraday low of Ireda. Just a moment. That is how we will get it. Okay. The low of Ireda is 200, and we are at 206 from that low. Okay. Let's look at HUDCO. What is the low on HUDCO? 239.50, and we are now at 244. And the last one, IRFC, at 151.25. It has moved up from an intraday low of 148.10. So this is how, ladies and gentlemen, the moves are coming into the market. Those which are high ticket, good quality PSU companies, they are showing a lot of strength. And I have already marked Chennai Petro, HPCL, IOC, BPCL and HP. Apart from that, Power Grid is 0.5% higher, 323. GAIL and NMDC are also showing signs of promise, and profit booking continues within the PSU back and counters such as Garden Reach, RCF, IRCON and National Aluminium. 248, and it's going to be Ireda's day. Swati, what are the charts of Ireda telling you?
Shelji, as of now, there is nothing positive reversal on this particular counter, but definitely a small pullback has been witnessed. Now the stock has touched the almost feet of a short-term moving average, say 20, which comes to at around 209 levels. If it closes beyond that level and sustain at least for 1 to 2 trading session, then we can see some sort of a fresh buying can be witnessed, which might take a counter towards to 340 or 335 levels on the higher sides. My view is a bit cautious. No wonder pullback rally we are likely to witnessing, but we need the breakout on the closing basis. So I will not suggest to hold, create a long positions, fresh longs, but definitely those who are having, they can maintain it by keeping a strict stop loss of 2 days low, say 200 rupees for an immediate target of 220 to 230 levels on the high side.
Okay, that's how it is, ladies and gentlemen. A view that is coming in on Ireda now 209.8, 1.68% higher. Remember, Ireda is a very high beta stock, and we've seen a number of, I think, 310. Let me just see what was the all-time high of Ireda. Remember, I'm pointing out how stocks in the PSU space that have corrected very sharply. Okay, the all-time high on Ireda is 310. We saw it on July 15th. The recent low is 182 that we saw on 22nd of November. Let's do a mathematical exercise and let us find out what has been the percentage fall from the all-time high to the most recent low. And would you believe it? It's 41%. Yes, the difference between 310 and 182 expressed in terms of percentage is 41%. After that, a run up till 227, and then a bit of a selling pressure over the last 5 days, and here you have it, 210. It's rising as we speak. So that's how it is, ladies and gentlemen. One more stock that you need to keep an eye and will revisit its all-time high is Oracle Financial Services. It is almost at its all-time high, 12,672. Today it's up 2.4%. There is no stopping Lupin. And Bajaj Holding. This is a stock that you have to look at. It's a very illiquid stock, up 2% today, and 5 days ago it had hit an all-time high, previous 5-6 days. That is on the cards. So in terms of sheer momentum, Lupin, BSE, KFintech, Ireda are the ones that are attracting a lot of trader interest on the long side. Swati, anything else that you see in the market?
Definitely. Clean counter really looks very positive on the technical front. The stock has given the formation of the flag pattern, and today it has given the breakout of the same level, which comes to around 1480. Now you can see the intraday spurt with the very good volumes. I believe this rally is likely to be extended towards to 1540, 1560 levels on the higher side. So those who are looking for BTST or a 1 to 2 days call, definitely one can go for a long positions at the current market price by keeping a strict stop loss of 1430 for immediate target of 1560 on the higher levels.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is how the markets are moving. One more sector that is attracting interest on the long side is perhaps realty. Not much of selling pressure that has come in, but for the moment there is interest in DB Realty at days high somewhere like 187, 188. There is a fresh move coming into some parts of the metal space. Look at Tata Steel. Although it's down 0.8%, it's now at its days high 143.27. Look at Maharashtra Seamless. This makes saw pipes, the ones that are used to transport crude, 1.4% higher, 741.10, also at its days high. Finolex Pipes, 248, 0.5% higher. And another auto ancillary, Asahi India Glass, the glass that you see on your windscreen. This company controls a majority share of that market, 742 rupees, 1.5% higher. Strong moves coming into Devyani International. Remember, this is also a stock that was corrected heavily and is now back in action. Profit booking continues in ICICI Bank. Days low 2.2% higher, 1284. Swati, for the remainder part of the FNO expiry, what are the view that you have on ICICI and Axis Bank?
Yeah, on the banking part, Shelji, my view is a bit cautious for the expiry as well and for the near term future. If you look towards the ICICI Bank, this counter has given the breakdown of 20 days moving average, and it fails to maintain fail to give the breakout of a resistance of 1350. 3 days back, we have seen a intraday high, but it fails to give the positive closing about the same. Now, looking towards the weekly chart, also this particular counter has given the signal of a negative divergence. So I believe that we are likely to witness or hit the profit booking session, which might take ICICI Bank back towards to 1230 to 1200 levels. So my view is a bit cautious. I try to exit your long position in this particular stock. Axis also looks very cautious at the current level because the particular stock is trading below all the important moving averages, say the 50, 100 or 200 DMA, and it has given the breakdown of the cluster support levels, which was at around 1120. So trading from the last 2 days, it's continuously trading below that level. I believe that more 50 points corrections can be seen into this particular counter. So stay away from the banking counter as of now. Let this particular particular counter settle downs at their support level, if they show any sign of a reversal, then definitely we can go for a long positions, but not at the current market price.
Okay, fair point. 255. Now just 35 minutes are left for pain as far as markets are concerned. I am hoping, actually praying, that in the last 30-35 minutes of trade, no fresh short positions are added in this market. In any case, we are now on the weekly expiry of the Nifty today. It's been a terrible start since morning. A gap down, then a bit of profit booking, and then completely sideways. We are now, this is the last wave of the weekly expiry. Remember, on 26th, we have December's FNO coming to a close. 25th is a holiday. We have Saturday and Sunday in the middle. So the number of trading sessions in the last week of December is now Friday, which is tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, and then of course Wednesday is a holiday. Thursday we come back for the weekly expiry. So a lot of volatility is expected. I just wanted to see what India VIX is doing. 14.48, up 0.1 in terms of percentage. We'll just see what it comes in, and then we'll take a view on what India VIX is likely to do. But no stopping loop in. Let me just see what is the volume build up that has happened on the counter. Just a moment. We need to find out whether it's a volume breaker or not today. I'm sure it is. Loop in, yes, 2.3 times the 5-day average. About 16.2 lakh shares are traded. Let's get the chart of Siemens in front of us. You'll see a fairly decent move and return that the counter has given in 2022-24. We have a viewer, Mr. Abhijit, who wants to find out about Siemens at current level. Swati is with us. Let's see the long-term chart, which is right there in front of you. Any view that you would have on Siemens Limited, Swati? At the moment, it's 76.10. and down for the third day in a row, but intraday low was 74.90.
Sanjay, my view is definitely positive for this particular counter, but on a longer term horizon. On the short term period as such, we might witness some sort of a profit booking, because from the month of the June, if we look towards the weekly chart as well, the stock has 3 times tested the high of at around 8100 or 8000 levels, and it fails to give the breakout of the same level. So for the short term period, definitely we are likely to hit some sort of a profit booking, because the counter is trading within the range of 6500 to 8000 levels. So any move above 8000 level on the closing basis, then only we can witness a fresh long or a new rally on the high side, which might take a counter towards to 8600 to 8800 levels. So my view is little bit cautious at the current levels. I believe we might see the downfall towards to 7000 or 6500, that levels. Up to in between that level, you can definitely go for fresh long positions. Overall, that view is positive for longer term horizon, for at least a target of 8800 rupees. So on buy on deep strategy should be implied in this particular counter.
Fair point. This is also the right time to look at Bajaj Healthcare. This was a company that is doing phenomenally well for the moment, up 6%. I have mentioned a record high, and in less than about 10 trading days, the counter was at 400, now almost touching 600. So that's a 50% appreciation in 10 days. Swati, this is not something that we track very often, but would you have a view on Bajaj Healthcare, the one at 600 rupees almost?
Right, Shaljit, you have rightly pointed out, within the span of the last 4 to 5 trading session, we have seen a very spectacular rally. Stock has given the breakout of a 450, and non-stop from that level, we have seen almost 200 points up move on a higher degree. The way the volumes are building along with the price, which gives the confirmation that this trend is very strong and it's likely to be continued towards at least 750 or 800 and so levels. But since the markets are very uncertain, I believe that those who are having any long positions of a lower level, they can book at least partial profit because the counter has hit the overbought zone. So we might attract some sort of a profit booking after the 200 points rally from the lower levels. At least partial profits can be booked at the current level. Another partial you can hold on as long as the stock holds 500 level. So that can be act as your profit stop losses and hold your long positions remaining second half for immediate target of 800 levels and so. So the view is definitely positive in this particular stock.
Okay, let me just share some interesting data on Bajaj Healthcare. The market capitalization is 1870 crores, 1870. The trailing 12-month revenue is almost 510 crores. It's a loss-making company, and it has a debt of about 332 crore rupees. Let's look at the financials if I can get hold of how they have performed on a quarterly basis. This kind of a run-up is normally a precursor to a large deal. Okay, okay, March 24. Let me just see if we can get quarterly numbers. Just a moment, please. Okay, yes. September 24, the company had a revenue of 133 crores, and in the same quarter last year, it had a revenue of 101. So about a 32% rise in revenue. Okay, how about loss or profit? It reported a profit of 8.34 crore rupees in September 24 versus a profit of 5.1 crore. So a fairly sharp move that has come in on Bajaj Healthcare. What else is moving? Mastech 1.3% higher at 32.39. Do you track Mastech, Swati? What are the charts telling you?
The charts as of now, Shelji, is bit cautious. It has already touched almost the feet of a 50 days moving average, and we are witnessing a very pullback rally. Now, I believe this pullback rally can be extended up to 33.20, 33.40 levels, which was acting as a very crucial resistance levels from the last few trading sessions. Fresh longs are not initiated, but those who are having any long positions, they can definitely hold the long positions for immediate target of 3300 levels. Shelji, I would like to throw a light on the DB Reality since you have pointed out this particular stock name a few minutes back. The 2024 year was not really good for this particular counter, and as of now, we are witnessing a very major breakout of a 1 year of a downward sloping trend line. So, whenever such kind of a breakout we witness, along with the good volumes, I believe the trend is likely to be changed into this particular stock. So, DB Reality looks very positive. Those who are interested to take a longer term horizon positions on the buy side, definitely one can go for long positions. Currently, the stock is trading at 188, 189 levels. By keeping a strict stop loss of a 175, go for a long positions for immediate target of 240 to 250. So this stocks really looks very interesting on the technical front.
Fair point. With that, Swati, we'll thank you for such excellent and wonderful advice on so many stocks, especially K FinTech. Have a nice evening and Merry Christmas. Let's hope 2025 brings good cheer to everybody at home and in all your clientele. Thank you for being with us. We'll be joined, ladies and gentlemen, by Mr. Sunny Agarwal, Deputy Vice President and Head of Fundamental Desk at SBI Securities. The Nifty is still down 250 points, Bank Nifty down 591, the Nifty IT Index down 580. Namaste Sunny ji, स्वागत है आपका. और गहरे बादल छाए हुए दलाल स्ट्रीट पर जो सूर्य चमक रहा था वो धूमिल होता हुआ. How do you see sentiment on Dalal Street? What do you think is happening?
Yeah, good afternoon and thanks for having me on the show. Again, sentiment has been very volatile. So 3 days back, everyone was very bullish. 2 हफ्ते का rally and everyone was like, "Yeah, market नया है बनाएगा." And then we have seen a crackdown in the market since last 3 days, and we are off the highs by close to 700 points on Nifty. Again, to some extent, sentiment has been dampened by US Fed, wherein the rate cut expectation of 4 times during the calendar year 25 has been cut down to 2 times. And the hawkish comment has been taken negatively by the rate sensitives in the US market. And the same is the trend which is visible across the emerging markets, including the India. But having said that, I think obviously now the question arises: what is an outlook for next 3 to 6 months, right? So I believe maybe calendar till the time we cross the bridge of union budget, which is on 1st of Feb, and along the way US President will sign various mandate policies which will hurt or may benefit certain sectors across globe as well as India. So I think next 1 month is a time where markets may continue to remain volatile. And but at the same time, it's a good opportunity to add quality stocks in the portfolio. Having said that, obviously the market from here may get narrower, and only quality names where there is a strong earning visibility, whether it is across the large cap, mid cap, or small cap, may find buyers at a lower level. So it's a stock pickers market, and one need to be very nimble footed in terms of the reaction or impact on a various sector, which will be driven by the policies in the US market. So export and import dependent sector may see extreme volatility over the period of next 1 month.
Fair point. And as you are as good a stock picker as any, Sunny, where do you see value? Where would you like to put in maybe 10, 15, 20% money initially?
Yeah, so I would like to focus on sectors which are least impacted by the global policies, more focused inward looking sectors which are driven by domestic consumption stories. Case in point, hotel industry, discretionary spend industries such as hotel, jewelry, or fashion, where which are purely driven by the festive season demand, local sentiment. So I think these are the few sectors which we like. Telecom is the one sector which we feel is relatively immune from the global volatility in terms of policy making. So telecom is the one sector which we like. And having said that, among the larger sector like banks, IT, pharma, we believe again within that one has to be very choosy in terms of adding stock to the portfolio. Like in cap goods, Larsen and Toubro is the one stock which we like from a longer term perspective. Within metals, again, metals and mining, Coal India, after a steep 20% correction during last 2-3 months, I think we find a lot of value in the Coal India, wherein the dividend yield is more than 5-6%, trading at 6-7 times price to earning multiple. So I think Coal India can be looked upon. Within the banking space, ICICI Bank, which has been a clear outperformer in terms of on all the operating metrics. So ICICI Bank can be looked upon from a banking sector. Bharti, as we discussed, from a telecom sector can be looked upon. And if we go to then auto space, auto sector, Mahindra and Mahindra looks relatively immune, especially on the back of recent launch of two very nice product on EV side. So I think the booking number will start percolating from the month of Jan. So that should again add kicker to the Mahindra and Mahindra.
Okay, fair point. And Sunny, against the backdrop of a continuously weakening rupee, what are the export-oriented stocks that you like, especially in the textile space, maybe one or two in the pharma space, and a couple from the IT sector?
Yeah, so coming to textile, I think home textile is a sector which will definitely benefit out of a demand environment in US, Europe, and as well as weakening rupee. So I think Welspun Living is one of our top pick within the textile space. A very strong brand and with a presence across all the departmental stores in the US market. So Welspun Living, which is currently trading close to 170, 175 rupees. I believe the fair value is close to 210, 220 rupees. So Welspun Living can be looked can be looked upon by the investor within the textile space. And CRM Silk Milk, where we have seen a very robust set of numbers during the September quarter. And now they are moving towards the branded portfolio, where we have seen launch of the perfume as well as value for money kind of retailing format. So CRM Silk Milk look attractive within the textile space. Moving on to the IT, again, within IT, I feel the companies which are relatively growing at a faster clip, case in point, Coforge, although it's trading at a live high today. So Coforge, maybe buy on dip is a strategy which one can look at in a Coforge. First Source Limited, which is a kind of proxy play on healthcare industry in the US and European market. So First Source, where the company has guided to grow at close to 12 to 13% over next 2 years. So FSL First Source can be looked upon within the IT space. Coming to pharma, within pharma, I think again I would like to split my bet in the two parts. On large cap side, Lupin is the stock which we like. Today also they have got drug approval for HIV treatment. So Lupin can be looked upon from a large cap sector. Cipla again a stable counter can be added in a portfolio. And from a mid to small size portfolio stock universe, Blue Jet Healthcare is the one company which we like. A very specialized business where we are seeing a rapid capacity expansion. So Blue Jet can be a company where we can see a very fast earning growth in FY26 and 27. And Jubilant Ingravia, again a kind of a proxy play on pharma. It's more of a chemical play which supplies to the pharma giant. So Jubilant Ingravia is the one company again which we like within the pharma.
Fair point. You are the third person today marking Blue Jet. We've been talking about it since yesterday. What are the 2 or 3 things that you like in Blue Jet? Of course, at a record high today, but this is something that has caught the eye of many long-term fundamental investors in the healthcare space. What are the 2 or 3 points that point to maybe a good move ahead for Blue Jet?
Just to make it clear from a layman perspective, if you go for any scan, PET scan, there is one liquid which the patient need to take before going for that scan, and that's the liquid, blue liquid, which this Blue Jet is into the business of manufacturing and supplying to all these pharma giant. So that's a capacity expansion which is coming up on that front over the period of next 2 years. Just a moment, give me exact. I will give the exact capacity and all number in next 1 minute. Let me download my own note. So that is something which will drive the growth for a Blue Jet Healthcare. So that's the reason we like the stock. Just give me a moment. I will download my own note and give exact number.
Okay, no worries. I'm sure you will come often, but it's a point noted that Blue Jet is attracting a lot of very smart investors, including Sunny. And yesterday, of course, Mr. Kejriwal was also there, and he talked at length about this counter. What else is moving in the green? Railways. Sunny, would you have a view on wagon makers? And what would you suggest people do with the listed railway stocks from the PSU segment, the likes of RVNL, RITES, IRCON? Any valuation that catches your fancy?
Again, yes, we continue to remain bullish on railway wagon as a theme, again backed by the robust order book and opportunity on railway freight side, which government has been alluding to reducing the freight cost in Indian economy overall per se. So again, all the 3 players look attractive, whether it's Titagarh, Texmac or Jupiter Wagon among the railway wagon. And moving on to the PSU basket, which are predominantly a play on EPC side. I think on a relative basis, RVNL is a company which we like. I think annual profit potential of close to 2,000 crore, which RVNL has been demonstrating since last few years. At the same time, the opportunity on Vande Bharat rail set, which will pan out after the 2 years for RVNL. So RVNL on a relative basis look better among the PSU railway EPC space. And one more company which we like within the PSU space is on bogie or railway side is BEML, Bharat Electric Earth Mover. There again, we have got an construction division, defense division as well as railway. So that company is also likely to be bidding for a big order, which may fructify into the numbers in next year. So BEML is the one company which I would like to add in my portfolio.
And my compliments, Sunny. The kind of stocks that you've talked about for the last 10 minutes have been excellent in terms of picking the right sector and, of course, picking the right stock. It's excellent research on behalf of SBI Securities Department, which, of course, you head. So, ladies and gentlemen, persistent is persistently up. Fresh record high 66.88, 2.4%. Oracle Financial Services 4 percentage points higher, 12,924. There is another reason why you see such a sharp burst in IT stocks today, and that's because Accenture will be declaring its quarterly numbers today in the US market, and there is expectation by some analysts that you might just see outperformance. So we'll wait for Accenture's guidance that has been a guiding light for many years for domestic IT, and let us see how it goes from now on. 315, the market's still down 250 on the Nifty. What is the worst case scenario that you can see on the Nifty, Sunny?
Again, I would not like to hazard a guess on Nifty level, but I think if I look at a pure play fundamental, I think 1100 is an average EPS number for Nifty 50 for next year. That is FY26, close to 1100 rupees. And if I give a plain vanilla 20 as an lower end band for Nifty in a good economic scenario like this, so I think 22,000 is a number which is the worst case scenario which I can imagine on a Nifty 50 on a downside. But having said that, I am not telling that market will crack to 22,000 levels. That's the worst case scenario I feel, where we may find many buyers getting into the large cap names at those levels.
Okay. Sari, what is ailing Reliance? Why is it in such a bad shape according to you?
Again, I feel the September quarter numbers were something which has which has not been appreciated by the street. So on one side, oil and gas business was under pressure because of the global uncertainty or demand crunch on oil and gas front. Oil to chemical is one of the key contributor where we have seen a margin pressure on Reliance for oil and gas business. And for a consumer facing business, because of the general slowdown in a consumption, we have seen some slowdown in a pace of growth for both retail business as well as to some extent on a telecom business. So I feel that that's the reason we have seen that the Reliance is under pressure. And one more factor which is putting pressure on Reliance is increasing debt level, which is predominantly to fund its new energy business, the capex which Reliance is taking across the renewable energy portfolio. But having said that, at a current market price, I think the downside seems to be very limited for Reliance, and I feel the risk reward is favorable, and the fair value of the Reliance over the period of next 12 to 18 months is close to 1500, 1600 rupees. And the moment we hear the listing or value unlocking on a consumer facing business, I think the investor will start lapping up Reliance to encash on that value unlock.
318, ladies and gentlemen. For the moment, it seems to be a decent uptick. An 8% rise on K Fintech, 1440. Would you rank this share, Sunny? What do you think is driving K Fintech?
Again, whether it is K Fintech or CAMS, I think ultimately the business is directly linked to the number of transactions which we see on AMC side, mutual fund side, and that's the way both these companies on their revenue. And at the same time, the new segment which is opening up for all these players is AIF and PMS, which keeps on growing by leaps and bounds. So that's driving this excitement around both CAMS as well as K Fintech. But having said that, at current market price, I think valuations have been a little bit stretched. I mean, trading north of 50 times price to earning multiple. I think maybe buy on dip is the right strategy on K Fintech at a current juncture.
Okay, okay. Fair point. That is how it is moving in terms of profit booking, ladies and gentlemen. Today you have enough selling pressure on Asian Paints and Pidilite. Asian Paints, two important people have moved out of their, have resigned from their posts in Asian Paints, and that is one reason why you see selling pressure there. But record highs on Chalet Hotels, Indian Hotels, and Lemon Tree Hotels. Remember, this is also the season of the best tourist season that we have, and therefore you see such sharp run-ups. Any favorites in the hospitality space, Sunny?
Again, within hospitality space, obviously Indian hotel continue to remain the favorite pick. But after the recent run-up, I think I would like to park my money in Chalet Hotel, wherein it was part of our Diwali peak also. So Chalet Hotel is the one stop which we like. Lemon Tree again on a valuation front look relatively cheaper. And if somebody is willing to take a bet on a turnaround stories within the hotel space, Sami Hotel and the Park, which is the APJ Surinder hotel. So these two hotel I feel can deliver very fantastic turnaround performance in FY26. So Sami and the Park will be a kind of high risk, high return bet within the hotel space. And if somebody want to go for a well-established, profitable company, then Chalet can be looked upon from a medium to long-term perspective.
Yes. Absolutely. A very, very sharp move coming in on Chalet Hotels, and most of their hotels are concentrated around Mumbai, where the rack rate is phenomenal. A quick view on Sunny MobiKwik. Is this still a value buy, or have we topped out on MobiKwik? Issue price 279, yesterday's listing at 454, and today the stock crossed 600 for a while.
Again, I think when IPO was launched, it was trading at a significant discount to the Paytm, its listed peer. But I think after the recent run-up, I think maybe the street would like to see the profitability, path to profitability. Although the company has turned profitable during the FY24, but still, when will the company able to generate a significant profit so that the street will start assigning an higher multiple? So I think I would like to wait and watch for the December quarter number, hear out management commentary on the growth strategy, and then I would like to take a bet on MobiKwik. So as of now, I would like to stay on sideline from a counter like MobiKwik.
Okay. And any view on Vishal Mega Mart as well as this counter, Sai Life?
Yeah, coming to Vishal Mega Mart, I mean, a very fantastic growth which the company has delivered during the last 3 years. I mean, a kind of industry leading growth which we have seen from a Vishal Mega Mart. And there are few states still left where they are yet to penetrate, a case in point Maharashtra or Kerala, where they have alluded to adding stores in those areas. And that can again give them growth in the under penetrated area. So I think I would remain bullish on Vishal Mega Mart from a long-term perspective, looking at an industry-leading growth. So that, like the trend is leading the growth on fashion side, I think Vishal Mega Mart is a company which is leading growth on grocery side. So I think again a very unique blend where the private label is contributing more to their overall portfolio. That is giving them higher profitability. So we continue to remain bullish on Vishal Mega Mart. Coming to Sai, more of an CDMO play. Again, a long-term story as the overall CDMO as a space is looking good after the Biosecure Act. Can be added in a portfolio, but again, here the investment horizon has to be slightly longer. And maybe gradual accumulation is the right strategy as far as Sai Life is concerned.
Right, 3:24 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. A couple of questions are coming in from the audience. Sunny, there is a gentleman, Mr. Raju, writing in from Tirupati. Have you tracked Cupid? This gentleman has purchased 1800 shares at 100 rupees now, and the counter is now around 80-85. Any view on Cupid?
Again, coming to prepaid, so basically, if you look at the company's number, the numbers has been pretty volatile. I mean, some quarter the company posts 20-25 crore profit, and then some quarter 8 to 10 crore profit. So pretty volatile number. It's more of an order book driven business, wherein we have seen that they supply product to the most of the African nations based on the tender based order win. Uh, so again, not so exciting story, but looking at an opportunity size, I would suggest that one can stay remain invested. Although the buying price is slightly higher, I feel maybe over the period of next 3 to 6 months, when the market recovers and the buyer is able to get its buying price, then one can exit at no profit, no loss from occupied.
Okay, fair point. A couple more questions that have come in. Let me just show them to you. Any view that you would have on Nestle? Mr. Ajay Gupta wants to know whether it would make sense to buy Nestle at current levels.
Yeah, so problem with the Nestle is that what we have seen is that the slowdown in the urban consumption, which is leading to a kind of moderation in growth for urban focused companies like Nestle. And that's the reason we have seen a kind of stock reaction which we are seeing in Nestle. But having said that, time and again, we have seen that companies like Nestle has come back very ferociously whenever the sentiment turns positive. So if you have got a slightly longer investment horizon, maybe gradual accumulation through SIP route over the period of next 3 to 6 months is the right way to accumulate Nestle rather than deploying entire capital at one go. Because the slowdown is something which I believe will take at least 1 or 2 quarters to come back for growth. And Nestle, again, being a Nestle, we have seen historically they have been able to deliver growth and come out of an adversity. So good time to add in the portfolio, but gradual accumulation is the right strategy.
Fair point. And the final question is on Precam. I don't remember this stock at all. There's a gentleman who's purchased 100 shares of Precam, I think at 203, 150 quantity. Would you have a view on Precam?
Yeah, so I believe the stock is precision camshaft, and yeah, I would recommend to continue to stay remain invested in the company. Continue to stay remain invested in the company. So they
Fair
have
point.
recently developed an kit where they can convert an existing IC commercial vehicle into the electric mobility vehicle. So I think that's a very exciting product, and I believe that can find a lot of taker over the period of next 2 to 3 years. Looking at the way there is a shift in a trend towards an EV as a vehicle. So stay remain invested in precision chemical.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we'll thank Sunny and ask him the final question. What happens tomorrow and what happens till the end of December, which is very near? We are at the fag end of 2024. Last 4 or 5 trading sessions, Sunny. Will the sun shine or will we have dark clouds yet again?
Again, Shailji, I would not like to hazard a guess on Nifty level, but I feel stock-specific activity is something which one should focus on, and that's the trend we are seeing in a market. Even today, if you see many quality names have recovered from a bottom, a case in point, Action Construction Equipment or Chalet Hotel, which you were alluding to. So the companies where the street is looking forward to a very good earnings during the December quarter. So those are the companies which one should focus on, and at the same time stay nimble-footed, don't take leverage. So wherever the market goes, I think ultimately the stock where the fundamentals are strong are going to find taker at a lower levels. So I don't know where Nifty is heading over the period of next 4 to 5 days, but definitely I have got my list ready where I need to buy on every day.
Right. I'm sure that buy list will have fantastic stocks. Sunny, thank you very much. Merry Christmas. And let's hope the Santa is back in the next 2 or 3 sessions. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was Mr. Sunny Agarwal, Deputy Vice President and Head of Research at SBI Securities, a fine gentleman, and he's given some very quality stocks to be purchased at current levels in a SIP format. Let's wrap the market as it is. Nifty down 241 points, 23,956 for you. There is a 540 point downtick on the Nifty Bank. The Nifty IT index is likely to shut down at 44,990, down 553, and the NSE 500, the broadest measure, is also about 0.8% lower. Across the board, we've seen fairly strong selling pressure. What is really good is that quality stocks have seen an equally strong buying at the gap down that we saw in early trade. Overall, the advanced decline ratio is 855 shares in the green versus 1534. Remember, there were 165 shares in the green when we started the market. So bulls have made some sort of a comeback. Apart from Nifty Pharma index, which was up 1.7%, the entire index space is down. We tracked 19 for you, 18 are in the red, except for pharma companies. What else is buzzing as far as markets are concerned? Well, the entire wealth management space led by BSE was in top form. K-Fintech was doing pretty well. CDSL has a lot of fresh buying coming in, and K-Fintech rose 7.5% at 1429. Strong move coming into lots of pharma companies. Dr. Reddy's 4% higher, Abbott India 3.36% higher, Ipca Labs gained 5.4%, and the entire OMC pack, which is IOC, HPCL and BPCL, was also in top form. Remain glued to business today, ladies and gentlemen. There's more that's happening on the other side of the break. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll join back again on tomorrow morning. Thank you.
एक ऑल इनकम्पसिंग डोमेस्टिक सोल्यूशन 4G स्टैक का आज भारत के कंपनियों के द्वारा स्थापित किया गया है, और आज भारत केवल 5वां देश है पूरे विश्व में जिसकी अपनी स्वतः की देश की बनाई हुई टेक्नोलॉजी है 4G के लिए। इसके पहले केवल फिनलैंड, स्वीडन, चीन और कोरिया, ये 4 देश होते थे, और अब भारत उस लीग में आ चुका है। और हमारी यही कोशिश है कि 4G का सक्सेसफुली हम लोग रोल आउट करें। फिर हमारी कोशिश ये भी रहेगी कि इस 4G के सिस्टम को हम दूसरे देशों में भी एक्सपोर्ट हम लोग करें, और देश के अंदर 5G पर भी काम शुरू हो चुका है। तो जैसे मैंने पहले प्रश्न के उत्तर में कहा कि जब तक 1 लाख टावर अगले अप्रैल मई तक पूरे देश में बिछ जाएंगे BSNL के, उनके बिछ जाने के बाद 5G का नेटवर्क भी हम लोग उसी टावर्स पर अतिरिक्त BTS और थोड़ा सॉफ्टवेयर अपग्रेडेशन करके 5G का सिस्टम में भी अप्रैल मई के बाद हम लोग धीरे धीरे शुरुआत हम लोग उसका करेंगे। इसी के साथ तीसरा कदम है हम लोगों का टेलीकॉम मैन्युफैक्चरिंग जोन की भी हम सोच रहे हैं कि जैसे SEZs बनती हैं वैसे एक टेलीकॉम के लिए भी एक मैन्युफैक्चरिंग जोन बने। जिस देश में करीब 5 करोड़ मोबाइल ही बनते थे और करीब 90% हमारे मोबाइल आयात किया जाता था, उसी देश में आज पूरे विश्व का सेकंड लार्जेस्ट मोबाइल मैन्युफैक्चरर बन चुका है, और करीब 1 करोड़ 1,29,000 करोड़ का निर्यात हमारे मोबाइल फोन्स का होता है। तो जिस देश में